Hey guys, it's Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. This is our project today. It's video 2 in the Curvy Celebration series. I don't know if you've seen the awesome pre-order. The Quite Curvy bundle is brand new from the January-June catalog, the spring offering, and Stampin' Up's got it on a release right now. So you can get this Quite Curvy bundle. We're going to be using the dies from the Quite Curvy bundle, and we're going to pair it up with another offering. Now this is an exclusive stamp set. It's available now until January 4th while supplies last. This is the Curvy Christmas stamp set. It's a photopolymer stamp set that will not carry into the next catalog, but coordinates with the Curvy dies, giving your purchase even more mileage. So we're going to use the Curvy Christmas and the Curvy dies. Let me show you one more item that's available from this special. There is this beautiful new 6x6 Classic Christmas Designer Series paper. Now this one is on back order right now. So if you order the paper or the bundle that includes the paper, they're expecting that to come back in around November 30th. The Curvy Christmas bundle, or the Curvy bundle, the Quite Curvy bundle, and the Curvy Christmas stamp set, as of the recording of this video, are available for immediate order fulfillment. So this is our project. I'll link you back to our Quite Curvy card, the first video in that series. And let's get started. I'm going to start with a garden green card base here. And my card base is 5.5 by 8.5. It's scored at 4 1/4. I chose to use this Designer Series paper. This is Wonder of the Season Designer Series paper. And it's all text and newspaper print. And there are some images sporadically through the paper. There's black and white on one side, and then foil in white on the other side. So red foil or gold foil. It's a very unique background paper. This is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Let's go ahead and adhere that one to our card front using some Stampin' Seal Plus or multi-purpose liquid glue. Just thought it was such a neat pattern for the background of this with the gold star and the bold black and white greeting. All right, we can slide this guy to the side. I'm going to grab my Cherry Cobbler cardstock. This one's about 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to stamp this really fun star spangled curve on there. I'm going to use some gold embossing powder, some Versamark ink, because we're on photopolymer. Let's grab a Stampin' Pierce mat. We're going to go past the edge of this cardstock, so let's protect that with some mini grid paper. I'm going to ink up my little star spangled curve here. I'm going to stamp it right in the center of this paper. And we need a little gold embossing powder. I like to keep my embossing powders in little plastic containers with lids. It makes cleaning up, tapping off the excess, getting the powder back in, and the mess so much more minimal. Now we're going to heat this guy. I'm going to use my Stampin' Up heat tool. Isn't that beautiful? Now that's not the end of our embossing. I've got a scrap of Whisper White here. This little scrap is about 5/8 of an inch by 1.5 inches. And we're going to stamp the Merry Christmas greeting. And we're going to emboss this one with some Whisper White powder. Cleaned off the excess there. Let's get the powder closed up and covered. Don't want any mess. I always keep clothespins with my embossing stuff. So we're going to put the little black scrap in our clothespin, and then we're going to heat set this. This will keep you from burning fingers. This heat tool is hot. Always use a heat tool with caution. All right, there's our greeting. Now we need our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Let's cut this fantastic curve and really highlight that gold star spangle. We've got our curvy die here, and it's got an awesome eyelet edge on one side of the cut. The other side of the cut is going to cut clean, so we've got to do this carefully. We want to, on one side of our curve, we want to preserve that little eyelet edge and cut off below it. So we're going to carefully flip. Eyelet is up, the cutting blade is down, and we're going to line that up on our cherry cobbler piece. You can always use a little washi tape or a little low-tack tape to ensure that you get your cut exactly where you intend. So I'm going to line up my curve just the way I want it, and just hold it down with a bit of washi and give a crank. So now we've got a piece that has a great curve and is flat on one side. This would make a wonderful slope for the bottom edge of your card or the top edge of your card. But we want something that does a swoop across the paper. So let's set up our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine again. We're going to clear away these little eyelets so they don't leave an impression on our piece. Our piece is back in, and now we're going to look at our die again. We've got the eyelet and the cutting edge. This time we want the eyelets to be on the negative piece. So we want that cutting edge along our star-spangled image. So the blade is down, the eyelets are up. And we're going to go ahead and find the position we like. And then we're going to borrow that washi tape again and keep it right in position. We want a nice swoop. Let's run that through for our second cut. And now you'll see on one end we have the eyelet, and on one end we have a smooth cut. Isn't that gorgeous? These curvy dies are going to be so much fun, and they're going to add a wonderful new dimension with these nice curvy lines. All right, let's take a quick paper piercer here. You can see that these cut very clean, these little eyelets, but there's a few. Let's weed those out and adhere our swoop. I got a little more die cutting to do, so we're going to pull the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in again too. I'm going to use a little bit of Stampin' Seal Plus, just in spots. We're going to line this up. Not just gorgeous already. I need some more die cutting, so I'm going to put this back to the side. When you're using a die like the curvy die that leaves the little cutouts, the little circles, you want to clear those off of your plate. They will emboss their shape and therefore a texture onto your next cuts if you don't do that. I'm going to throw a scrap of garden green and a scrap of gold foil on the platform here. I've got a star die. This is from the Stitched Stars. This is, I think, the third largest one. Pop that on the gold. And then from your curvy dies, there's this gorgeous sprig. It's a simple little sprig, but I love the way that it cuts out the sprig and embosses a little vein in each one. Now we need two, so we're gonna have to do two passes here. One with the star, one with the sprig, and then we're gonna rerun that sprig. And again, make sure you clear all those little cherry cobbler dots away. Otherwise, they will make their impression on your project. I told you wrong. I don't want just two of these gorgeous little leaves. All right, picking up the little embossed detail. We want 4 of those. So I'm going to run 2 more times. Telling you, I just can't get enough of this sprig. You ever see me do this trick when your cutout is stuck in the die? Got that same little piece of washi tape we're using. I'm just going to press it against the cardstock, and then I'm going to use it to remove that image. No need to grab anything sharp and poke around in there. Your low tack tape left over from other projects will do the trick just fine. Now let's arrange some sprigs behind this star. I'm going to take my star and I'm going to really cover as much of it as I can with the Stampin' CL Plus. It's a strong adhesive and it's going to adhere the star to the card as well as capture those little sprigs. So we've got nice sticky star, and then what we can do here is fold back any excess adhesive, and then we can kind of decide how do we want our sprigs to look coming from the back of the star. Getting a little bit different on this one. Putting my sprigs a little closer together. And now we can add the star on the curve. I'll just adhere that down. We should have enough of the Stampin' Seal. Our little Merry Christmas embossed greeting needs some dimensionals. And I still have this crazy little end piece that I'm trying to use up. So let's see if we can't make a dent in this using up some of these ends from this mini. Don't think I'm going to use it entirely today. That's okay though. I use every little bit. We'll add our little Merry Christmas greeting over the star. Now I showed you earlier, I've got this leftovers from my tag buffet kit. There's some gold thread in here. We're going to tie a bow. You can also use the gold thread from the Forever Greenery combo pack. Either one works. We just want a little more texture and a little bit more sparkle. A Merry Christmas card is always just a little better with a little more sparkle, don't you think? We'll cut that bow away from the spool. Got a little mini glue dot here, and I'm going to roll it over itself. Add it to the knot on this thread. I'm going to lift the corner of Merry Christmas greeting and just tuck that right underneath. Now, as if we didn't have enough sparkle and bling already, I'd like to introduce you to the wonderful gems. These are so much fun. They've got clear with gold glitter. Are you getting the gold glitter on faceted gems that really sparkle? and then real red faceted gems with kind of a silver glitter inside. Gorgeous embellishments. Got my take your pick tool here. Let's get a little fresh putty, give it a twist. There we go. I like to do odd numbers, so we're going to do 3, and they're going to kind of sprinkle up and to the right, and then down and to the left. Ooh, I'm almost out of little gold ones. I might need a new pack. Such a pretty embellishment. Really neat. Different than other enamel products and gem products we've had before with that gorgeous glitter inside. And there it is. Merry Christmas, featuring the Curvy Christmas stamp set, available for a limited time while supplies last. And the fantastic curvy dies. Grab these dies early while you can before the June catalog goes live. There's nothing more fun than a pre-order. All right, you guys, if you've got any questions about the project, email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. Like and subscribe, share the video, leave a comment. That helps other people find us, know that we're here stamping. And to shop Stampin' Up 24/7, buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net and pick up your new curvy products while you can. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.